we do think there's a lot of opportunity still in the marketplace. We don't want to abandon growth tech. We think that one thing that 2022 has shown us is who some of the winners are going to be. You saw companies such as Workday not just beat estimates last quarter, but actually raise guidance. So definitely some winners out there. You don't want to ignore them, but you want to stick with the big companies, the companies that have very stable platforms, broad offerings. We do think it's going to be a year where big wins, where companies that are spending money look to consolidate some of their vendors, and some companies such as Microsoft start gathering a bigger amount of IT spend going forward. So we do think that's one theme going forward, but we also like value. Within tech, we think there are good value plays that are starting to emerge. As Mike said, valuations overall have gotten a lot cheaper. If you equal weight the S&P 500, the valuations look a lot better. And we do think there are areas that are still stable and and you can get at much cheaper prices than you could get last year.
Young-Yu, here's my worry, and tell me how you balance this out. Bigger tech companies actually fared better in 2022, relatively speaking, maybe didn't fall as much. And as we're heading into a potential recession, we'll see how extreme it might turn out to be if we get it. In 2023, those stocks might suffer more. At the same time, some of the growth names down big. I mean, PE snapping them up. Some of them seem to be rebounding off of lows as they report demand continues to be strong for unique technology. So is the investor going to fade smaller tech stocks at exactly the wrong time?
Well, we think there's more risk in smaller tech stocks. There are definitely still going to be some winners. You don't want to abandon them altogether, but you want to look for companies that are able to continue to grow sales, continue to grow earnings, that have a strong path to profitability. But overall, we do think that the bigger players are likely to get more of the IT spend going forward. So you just have more risk. It's not that you want to abandon them, but you want to be very selective. You want to look at end markets, the end markets that look more stable and strong. We think that data centers will continue to be an area that, even if we see estimate cuts, will finish 2023 pretty strong. Same with automotive, same with industrial. So it's also a year where you want to think about what these companies are selling into. What are the end markets? Because we think consumer will probably still stay relatively soft this year.